2nd PUC Economics, Chapter 1 Introduction to Microeconomics. 1 Mark questions and answers. 1. Choose the correct answer. Question 1. The scarce resources of an economy have A. Competing usages. B. Single usages. C. Unlimited usages. D. None of the above. Answer A. Competing usages. Question 2. Which of the following is an example of microeconomic study? A. National income. B. Consumer behavior. C. Unemployment. D. Foreign trade. Answer B. Consumer behavior. Question 3. Which of the following is a macroeconomic variable? A. Individual demand. B. Aggregate demand. C. Firm's output. D. Price of a good. Answer B. Aggregate demand. Question 4. Central problems of an economy includes A. What to produce. B. How to produce. C. For whom to produce. D. All of the above. Answer D. All of the above. Question 5. Traditionally, the subject matter of economics has been studied under the following broad branches. A. Micro and macroeconomics. B. Positive and normative. C. Deductive and inductive. D. None of the above. Answers A. Micro and macroeconomics. Question 6. PPC curve is also known as A. Demand curve. B. Supply curve. C. Transformation curve. D. Indifference curve. Answer C. Transformation curve. Question 7. Scarcity is a situation in which A. People are poor. B. People are rich. C. Wants exceed the resources available to satisfy them. D. Something is wasted. Answer C. Wants exceed the resources available to satisfy them. Question 8. Which of the following is not a subject matter of microeconomics? A. Pricing theory. B. Monetary policy. C. Market structure. D. Consumer behavior. Answer B. Monetary policy. Question 9. The various combinations of good that can be produced in an economy when it uses its available resources and technology efficiently are depicted by A. Demand curve. B. Production possibility curve. C. Supply curve. D. Product curve. Answer B. Production possibility curve. Question 10. Labor-intensive technology is chosen in a blank economy. A. Developed economy. B. Developing economy. C. Underdeveloped economy. D. Labor surplus economy. Answer D. Labor surplus economy. Question 11. Capital-intensive technology is chosen in a blank economy. A. Underdeveloped economy. B. Developed economy. C. Capital surplus economy. D. Labor surplus economy. Answer C. Capital surplus economy. Question 12. Which of the following is not one of the three central problems that the study of economics is supposed to answer? A. Who produces what? B. Who consumes what? C. When are goods produced? D. How are goods produced? Answer C. When are goods produced? Question 13. Which of the following is a reason for the concave shape of PPF? A. Diminishing MOC. B. Constant MOC. C. Increasing MOC. D. All of the above. Answer C. Increasing MOC. Question 14. Raja, my sugarcane harvest this year is poor. Krishna, don't worry. Price increases will compensate for fall in quantity supplied. Vijay, climate affects crop yields. Some years bad, others are good. Mayur, the government ought to guarantee that our income will not fall. In this conversation, the normative statement is made by A. Raja. B. Krishna. C. Vijay. D. Mayur. Answer D. Mayur. Question 15. With an advancement in technology, the PPC will A. Shift rightwards. B. Shift leftwards. C. Rotate on x-axis. D. Rotate on y-axis. Answer A. Shift rightwards. Question 16. What to produce means A. Types of goods to be produced. B. Quantity of goods to be produced. C. Both A and B. D. Neither A nor B. Answer C. Both A and B. 17. Question 17. Identify the correct statement. A. In deductive method, logic proceeds from particular to the general. B. Micro and macroeconomics are interdependent. C. In a capitalist economy, the economic problems are solved by planning commission. D. Higher the prices, lower is the quantity demanded of a product is a normative statement. Answer B. Micro and macroeconomics are interdependent. Question 18. Economic goods are considered scarce resources because they A. Cannot be increased in quantity. B. Do not exist in adequate quantity to satisfy social requirements. C. Are of primary importance in satisfying social requirements. D. Are limited to man-made goods. Answer B. Do not exist in adequate quantity to satisfy social requirements. Question 19. From the national point of view, which of the following indicates micro approach? A. Per capita income of India. B. Underemployment in agricultural sector. C. Lockout in telco. D. Total savings in India. Answer C. Lockout in telco. Question 20. In a free market economy, the allocation or resources is determined by A. Votes taken by consumers. B. A central planning authority. C. Consumer preference. D. The level of profits of firms. Answer C. Consumer preference. Question 21. Which of the following bundles of goods cannot be produced with the resources the economy currently has? A. B. C. D. Answer D. Question 22. An economy achieves productive efficiency when A. Resources are employed in their most highly valued uses. B. The best resources are employed. C. The total number of goods produced is greatest. D. Goods and services are produced at least cost and no resources are wasted. Answer D. Goods and services are produced at least cost and no resources are wasted. Question 23. Which point on the PPF shows a productively efficient level of output? A. B, C, D, all of the above. Answer D. All of the above. Question 24. Which of the following clearly represents a movement toward greater productive efficiency? A. A movement from point A to point B. B. A movement from point C to point D. C. A movement from point F to point C. D. A movement from point A to point B. Answer C. A movement from point F to point C. Question 25. Which of the following illustrates a decrease in unemployment using the PPF? A. A movement down along the PPF. B. A rightward shift of the PPF. C. A movement from a point on the PPF to a point inside the PPF. D. A movement from a point inside the PPF to a point on the PPF. Answer D. A movement from a point inside the PPF to a point on the PPF. Question 26. Choice is created by A. Abundance of resources. B. Urgency of needs. C. Non-availability of resources. D. Scarcity of resources. Answer D. Scarcity of resources. Question 27. The branch of economic theory that deals with the problem of allocation of resources is A. Microeconomic theory. B. Macroeconomic theory. C. Econometrics. D. None of the above. Answer A. Microeconomic theory. Question 28. Which of the following is related to microeconomics? A. Inflation in the economy. B. Problem of unemployment. C. National income. D. Income from the railways. Answer D. Income from the railways. Question 29. In free market economy, the allocation of resources is determined by A. Votes taken by consumers. B. A central planning authority. C. Consumer preference. D. The level of profits of firms. Answer C. Consumer preference. Question 30. Central economic problems are the problems of A. Market economy. B. Socialist economy. C. Mixed economy. D. All of these. Answer D. All of these. Question 31. Best shape of PPC reflects A. Diminishing opportunity cost. B. Constant opportunity cost. C. Increasing opportunity cost. D. None of these. Answer A. Diminishing opportunity cost. Question 32. According to economic growth, production possibility curve will show A downward shift. B. An inward shift. C. An outward shift. D. No effect. Answer C. An outward shift. Fill in the blanks. 1. Scarcity of resources gives rise to blank. Answer, the problem of choice. 2. In a centrally planned economy, all important decisions are made by blank. Answer, the government. 3. In reality, all economies are blank. Answers, mixed economies. 1. Economic problem arise due to blank of resources and alternative uses of means. Answers, scarcity. 2. Blank underscore cost is the cost of next best alternative foregone. Answers, opportunity. 3. When marginal rate of transformation is constant, the PPC would be blank line. Answers, straight. 4. Moving from one point on PPC to another point of PPC is known as blank. Answers, trade-off. 5. The usual shape of PPC is underscore blank towards the origin. Answers, concave. 6. Cotton textile industry in an economy is an example of underscore blank study. Answers, microeconomic. 7. Blank is a schedule that shows various combinations of two goods which can be produced by an economy with given resources and technology. Answers, production possibility schedule. 8. A mechanism through which the scarce resources are prioritized and organized for the production of goods and services with the intervention of government is called as blank. Answers, economy. 9. An economy where the economic decisions are taken through the market mechanism I. A. Demand and supply is called as blank. Answers, market economy. 10. A blank economy is one where there is coexistence of both public and private sector enterprises. Answers, mixed. 11. The study of what is and what was under the given circumstances is called blank economics. Answers, positive. 12. The study of what should be or what ought to be is called economics. Answers, normative. 13. Study of consumer behavior is an example of blank. Answers, microeconomics studies. 14. Study of price determination in the market is an example of blank. Answers, microeconomics studies. 15. The basic functions of an economy are blank, 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 and blank. Answers, production, distribution, consumption and exchange. Answer the following questions in a sentence word. Question 1. Why does the problem of choice arise? Answer. Every society has to face scarcity of resources, and it is the scarcity of resources that gives rise to the problem of choice. Question 2. What is market economy? Answer. An economy where the economic decisions are taken through the market mechanism, i.e., demand and supply, is called as market economy. Question 3. What do you mean by centrally planned economy? Answer. In a centrally planned economy, the government or the central authority plans all the important activities in the economy. All important decisions regarding production, exchange and consumption of goods and services are made by the government. Question 4. Give the meaning of microeconomics. Answer. Microeconomics studies the behavior of individual economic agents in the markets for different goods and services and try to figure out how prices and quantities of goods and services are determined through the interaction of individuals in these markets. Question 5. What do you mean by positive economics? Answer. The study of what is and what was under the given circumstances is called positive economics. Question 6. What is normative economics? Answer. The study of what should be or what ought to be is called normative economics. Answer the following questions in 4 sentences. Question 1. Mention the central problems of an economy. Answer. The central problems of an economy are: what is produced and in what quantities? How are these goods produced? For whom are these goods produced? Question 3. Distinguish between positive and normative economics. Answer. Positive economics. Here we study what is and what was under given circumstances. Here we study how different mechanisms function. Normative economics. Here we study what ought to be or what should be done and what is good and bad under given circumstances. Here we try to understand whether these mechanisms are desirable or not. Question 4. What do you mean by production possibility set? Answer. The collection of all possible combinations of the goods and services that can be produced from a given amount of resources and a given stock of technological knowledge is called the production possibility set. Question 5. What is opportunity cost? Answer. Opportunity cost can be defined as the cost of next best alternatives clarified in order to produce that good. Question 6. What is production possibility frontier? Answer. It is a curve which depicts all possible combinations of two goods which an economy can produce with the available resources and given technology. Answer the following questions in 12 sentences. Question 1. Briefly explain the production possibility frontier. Answer. It is a curve which depicts all possible combinations of two goods which an economy can produce with the available resources and given technology. Properties of PPF. PPC is downward sloping curve because in a full employment economy, the production of one good can be increased only by sacrificing the other good. PPC is concave to the origin because of increasing marginal opportunity cost. PPC can shift leftwards or rightwards. Question 2. Briefly explain the central problems of an economy. Answer. Introduction. Human wants are unlimited and the resources to satisfy these wants are very limited. Hence there is a gap between our wants and resources, and hence the problem of choice arises, and it is called as economic problem. There are three fundamental problems in every economy. 1. What to produce, problem of choice. 2. How to produce, problem of technology. 3. For whom to produce, problem of distribution. What to produce, problem of choice. As resources are scarce, an economy cannot produce everything in infinite quantity, say food or clothing, more food or little clothing, or vice versa. What shall be produced today and tomorrow? All these questions arise because of limited resources. Thus the problem of choice arises. The economy must choose the commodity, its quantity and quality. How to produce, problem of technology. This problem is relating to choice of technology. There are two techniques of production. Labor-intensive technique, more labor is used in production than capital. Capital-intensive technique, more capital is used in production than labor. The choice between these two techniques arises because the former technique generates employment opportunities and the latter raises efficiency. Thus the society has to choose the right technique of production between these two techniques depending on resources and requirement. For whom to produce, problem of distribution. For whom shall goods be produced, that is, who is to enjoy and get the benefit of the goods and services produced? Human wants and resources vary from region to region. The individuals may belong to economically weaker section or rich. Therefore, the problem of distribution arises. Question 3. Write a short note on a centrally planned economy. Answer. In a centrally planned economy, the government or the central authority plans all the important activities in the economy. All important decisions regarding production, exchange and consumption of goods and services are made by the government. The central authority may try to achieve a particular allocation of resources and a consequent distribution of the final consumption of goods and services which is thought to be desirable for society as a whole. The government concentrates on the well-being and prosperity of the economy as a whole, e.g. education or health service, is not produced in adequate amount by the individuals on their own. The government might try to induce the individuals to produce adequate amount of such a good or service. Whenever it is necessary, the government may intervene in few situations and try to achieve an equitable distribution of goods and services. Question 4. Write a short note on market economy. Answer. In a market economy, all economic activities are organized through the market. A market is an institution which organizes the free interaction of individuals pursuing their respective economic activities. In a market system, all goods and services come with a price at which the exchanges take place. Prices serve as indicator to producer and consumers. In a market system, the central problems regarding how much and what to produce are solved through the coordination of economic activities brought about by the price signals. This type of economy exists in the USA, Japan, Australia and other countries. Question 5. State the assumptions of production possibility analysis. Answer. The four key assumptions underlying production possibilities are: 1. The resources available are fixed. 2. The technology remains constant. 3. The resources are fully and efficiently employed. 4. The resources are not equally efficient in the production of one good to another. The cost of production increases, i.e., marginal opportunity cost increases. Question 7. Explain the uses of microeconomics. Answer. Microeconomics plays a significant role in economic analysis. It has both theoretical and practical validity. In the words of Keynes, microeconomics is a necessary part of one's apparatus of thought. 1. Allocation of resources. Microeconomics studies the behavior of an individual consumer or firm in a particular situation. Resources are scarce and therefore it needs to be allocated properly. Microeconomics helps in proper allocation and optimum utilization of these resources to produce various goods and services. 2. To understand the working of the economy, microeconomics helps in understanding the working of free enterprise economy. It gives an idea about how major economic decisions are taken in a market economy. 3. Price determination. Microeconomics also helps to determine the relative prices of various goods and services based on demand and supply. 4. Optimum utilization of resources. Microeconomics explains the conditions of efficiency in both production and consumption and departure from the optimum level. With this, the resources can be optimally utilized. 5. Economic policy. Microeconomics helps in formulating various economic policies and economic plans to promote all-round economic development. 6. International trade. Microeconomics is useful to explain gains from international trade, balance of payments and determination of exchange rate. 7. Market structure. Microeconomics not only analyzes economic conditions but also studies the social needs under different market conditions like monopoly, duopoly, oligopoly etc. 8. Analysis of tax policy. Microeconomics helps the government in fixing the rate and type of tax as well as the amount of tax to be charged to the buyer and the seller. It is also helpful to understand the consequences of taxation.